How we doing, folks? Now, before I start on today's rant, it's not a rant really, it's fact really. Before I start, I just want to say thanks to everyone who's subscribed to me after my first video. If you've not seen the first video, it'll be in my list there if you want to take a look at it. It was a rant on that I was going to leave the UK next year because of the state of the country, the way the country's being run, the two-tier stuff, what's happening, the way they've just stripped everyone, the family values and everything. So anyway, so back when I was a kid, right, some Gen Xers will relate to this, and probably some Gen Zers, depending how old you are. But do you remember when a family was a proper family? Right, I mean, obviously now most of us haven't got our grandparents and some uncles and aunties, you know what I mean? So do you remember when we used to be a family thing? This was like 80s, early 90s for me, when I was a kid. And you used to go like, so like you went to school Monday to Friday, you know, one parent was always in the house while the other parent worked. Then you'd look forward to seeing your grandparents that weekend, wouldn't you? Sometimes stay over. And that just seems to have all gone today. Obviously, because, you know, you have two parents working now, the cost of living with inflation, just the state of the country itself. It's like your own kids are being detached from parents now, whereas it used to be, it was always family orientated, wasn't it? Nothing's the same anymore. That morning when I did that video on February the 10th, that was what that was about. I've got a 14-year-old, and back in 2020 when all this COVID started, it was only 9, and it was like, I still see him as a baby, like thingy. But now, obviously, because they grow up, but going back to COVID, it was only 9, and you know, I see more of him because obviously everything was shut. I was self-employed at the time, so obviously my work got affected. I had savings, and it ate through the savings. COVID ate through the savings of me, because I mean, I'm a taxi driver, right? So we was classed as key workers, weren't we? So obviously public transport, there was a few buses running and us taxis, but us taxi drivers only were dropping people off at like the big supermarkets. We had to queue up, and hospital appointments or just general little things. Anyway, the trade went down. It went down so bad. And when I was having my son, I seen more of him, and obviously because he was 9 years old as well, we did stuff like, but now, obviously because he's 14, I know they are growing up, social media, technology, PlayStations, Xboxes, and that. So when I have my son now of a weekend, believe it or not, I barely see him. There's no like, I don't know what it is. There's no like bonding. Like, because obviously, because of everything's gone high, I'm self-employed, like I said. Sometimes I'll have to work. So it's like, basically now, living day to day. I'm just living day to day from the thing. And that's, you know, it really pains me. Excuse me. It really pains me. It hurts me. That was the whole thing from that video. So I'm doing a business management degree. I'm in my 3rd year now. So what I was saying, like, so when I graduate next year, all being well, I was looking at, you know, leaving the country for a better life, like, you know, for me and my son. Obviously got to speak to his mum, but you know what I mean. But I just think I fear for our children. There's nothing, I just cannot see it getting any better unless something changes. Something has to change. Nothing feels the same as it was. Just like me when I started the video about the family values and everything, it's like, we just take people for granted, don't we? You used to go on holidays with all your family, like to Butlins or in a caravan in Wales or even Blackpool. You know, I mean, to me, they were the good times. It's like the last holiday we had was 2023, July 2023, or August 2023 it was. Went to Mallorca for 2 weeks and it was brilliant. It did cost an arm and a leg, but you know what? Everyone likes a holiday, don't they? And plus, I was getting away from this country for 2 weeks, so... Have you seen the price of holidays now? It's fucking ridiculous. So there's going to be me, my partner, and my son, and for 10 days, all inclusive, it was like 4,000 something. And you wonder why people are taking kids out of schools during term time and just paying the £80 fine. It's ridiculous. And as I say, the cost of living, inflation, it's mad. You used to go to a supermarket, and I bet people are thinking, you know, he's going back to the old... I'm not. I'm only going back like 6 or 7 years ago. You used to go to a supermarket with 20 quid and come out with 3 bags. Now you're lucky if you fill half a bag in a supermarket with the cost of everything. £20 doesn't get you anything, really. I'd say that's one night's worth of, like, food. Especially when I've got my son for cooking and that as well, and like a little, you know, snacks or like a dessert. That was my rant. Anyway, people in the comments were really supportive. You know, I've had people from all over the world, and my channel blew up, which is great. And it was just through that one video. So I just want to say thank you. I am having second thoughts on leaving the country, you know. Is it the English patriotic spirit, fight for your country? Yeah, we can fight. Look how many fights we've had, though. It doesn't get us anywhere, does it? 14 years of that shit, Tories. Then before that was Labour. And it all started with Tony Blair. But I'm just saying, that was the whole reason for me epic rant. So yeah, I'm going to be doing more of these anyway, so I enjoy venting. So yeah, so if you're new here, if you like what you're thinking, yeah, give us a like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you later. God bless. Bye bye.